Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today will actually be a concise video because I don't know if you can see, but there's a dark cloud hanging over me. I can already feel the rain a little bit, so I better hurry filming this video because it's about to come down in sheets. Today I want to make a quick video with that simple statement that sometimes love is not enough. So I know that I may sound a bit like a bit of a hypocrite here, um, considering that I conclude every single one of my videos with the sentence peace, love, and music. And that, of course, implies that these are the three things I believe the most in. Um, but I must admit that sometimes love is not enough for two human beings to get along. Love is such a strong feeling. Uh, then, of course, there are different kinds of love, although they all lead to the same state of mind of um, being very enthusiastic when you're around someone you love. But there's romantic love, platonic love, with a friend, uh, or the special kind of love that you have for a family member. I don't have any children, right? Maybe I will in the future. I don't know yet. But I'm sure that's yet another form of love um, that I have yet to experience if I ever feel like I want to have kids. You know what I mean? The way I love my parents is different from the way I love my sister, it's different from the way I love my close friends, it's different from the way I love an actual romantic lover, yeah? And yeah, I love and I've loved many people, but some people we just went our separate ways. And yeah, I've been in a few romantic relationships in my life. Some of them were more complicated than others. That's okay. I feel like we can all relate. That's very common human experience. And I've had plenty of friends, and I've lost a fair few of them. Sometimes just because you lose track of one another, sometimes because your friend or yourself is a source of disappointment in the friendship, and so, or you just change, you evolve. Sometimes there are big fallouts. These are never fun, but they're parts of life, and you learn and grow, as I like to say. Or should I say, as I like to remind myself, you learn and grow. And my friend Stefan, I mentioned him a few times on this channel already. My good friend Stefan, we became friends when we were 10 years old, 15 years ago. Can you imagine that? He's my oldest friend. And yeah, it's just mind blowing. And we were talking about friendships and love and the people that mean something in your life. Like a couple of days ago, we were having this really deep conversation. And he told me that he believes that the people we are meant to, he thinks that it's not determined, wouldn't be the right word because it's too intense, but he thinks that there are people in this world that we are going to meet. We don't know them yet, but we will cross paths with them. Um, I'm not sure if I fully agree. I think there's the random factor is too strong. The universe is too big. There are too many people on this planet. Um, but he thinks that we are meant to cross paths with certain people, basically, right? Maybe I extrapolate a little bit here. Yeah, and that if it comes to romantic love, for instance, he thinks that out there is your significant other waiting for you, and they're waiting for you, and you're waiting for them, and eventually it will happen, which is great. I feel like it's a very positive way to look at things. That yeah, we we should be patient, and things will work out eventually, as long as you're true to yourself, that you're honest, that you don't put on a mask when around certain people. You just always true to yourself and a respectful human being, and the people that you match with, you will meet them, or maybe you already have. And certain people, when you meet them and you think, wow, we're tight, like friends or lovers, and it's important in those moments to be aware of that, of the special aspect or the unique aspect of the relationship, and to be aware that, oh, I'm so lucky to have that, and to take good care of it, right? I watched this YouTube video like a couple of weeks ago of this guy. His name is Jacques. He's an old dude in his 60s who lives in the south of France. He's very funny, right? He has like this very strong south of France accent, and he's a funny lad, very goofy, and he has stories for days, and he makes friendly content on YouTube. And there was this one video where he was giving his opinion on friendship and how you can make pals. I'm sorry, this video is a bit all over the place. Sometimes I talk about romantic love, then I move on to more platonic love. But yeah, just bear with me, right? So he said, like, you meet pals along the way in your life, and then it's up to you and that person you've met, to take care of the friendship, of the relationship. I guess you could apply that to a romantic relationship as well. It's like a plant, is was the point of Jacques in this video. He said it's like a plant. You mend it. Is that how you say? You mend to it. I'm not really sure how you say it in English. Well, you take care of the plant essentially, and it grows. And sometimes you have to move it to another pot, give it more space, whatever. And if you overwater the plant, then it's going to drown. So you can't, it's a fine balance. You can't be obsessed with someone and just be all around them all the time, because then you suffocate, and you're gonna push that person away, right? So yeah, it's all quite abstract, really. It's a bit of a metaphor, right? I'm looking for a specific word here. It's can be fragile and all that, and anywho, you get me. Hopefully, you get me. Says I, after rambling for however minutes I've been rambling for. But sometimes love is not enough. And I want to come back to that, which is probably going to be the title of the video. I've lost friends and I've lost lovers in the past for serious reasons, because there were fallouts, because someone had disappointed me, or because I had disappointed someone, right? Sometimes it's a heartbreak, and you're like, oh no, you realize that that person is not your kind of person, and then things fall out naturally, yeah. But then I also lost friends and lovers over more subtle reasons and circumstances, where there's little things, the way you approach the world, the way you approach communication. You may just not be on the same wavelength. And I'm not saying that you have to be very similar on many aspects with someone to get along with and to feel love, whether platonic or romantic. Uh, I don't think so. I think it depends on you, and it depends on the moment, right? But I feel like you can meet people who are very different from you, and get along with them fine, right? Except if it comes to core values or things like that. I'm only speaking from experience here, but I've never met someone who has radically different values from me with whom I could conceive a friendship or a relationship, right? I'm talking core values like basic humanity, things like that. Yeah, that's never happened to me. So from experience, I don't think it's possible. Who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong in the future. Anyway, and but yeah, sometimes you're just not on the same wavelength, and you can't really put your finger on why. It just happens, and things deteriorate, and you lose a friend, you lose a lover, right? And it's very sad, it's heartbreaking when it happens, but what can you do really except that move on and realize that even if you have a feeling of love, very strong love for someone, remember that it may not be enough. That there's more to a relationship than just love and affection, I think. I'm still quite unclear on that topic. It's still a bit confusing up here. So that's why I wanted to make this video, and hopefully I can come back to it in the future, or someone else can, and I can reassess or see if 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 in the meantime I can come up with more elements to better understand human relationships, because it's a mess, isn't it? It's not easy. It's beautiful. It's what makes me love life, right? It's beautiful that we have feelings and that things are complex emotionally sometimes with people or with yourself. If there's no struggle, if there's no fight, even internally, life would be boring, I guess. Again, that's very simplistic, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm saying here. Yep. And yeah, love is not always enough, and that's okay. But every time I fell apart with people for not because of a big fight, but just because things realistically couldn't work out or over long term. Even though I felt love for these people, and that's my point. I think that I still feel love for them somewhere in my heart. There is a place for them, and I still think of them every so often. Oh, I wonder what they're up to. I hope they're doing good, and that's important. That's very important. It's not because a relationship can't be that you have to kill the love and pretend it's not there. Because I feel like it's almost a reflex to do that because you wanna make yourself feel better. But it is painful because you can't express the love. You can't allow it to grow like the plant. But I still have love for these people, even though we stopped being friends or lovers or whatever. So yeah, love is definitely still the strongest thing in the world, I think. Oh my god, that sounds cheesy, but it's not too cheesy if you think about it. And if you're watching this video and you find yourself in a situation where a relationship just can't be, and you're in a great deal of pain or whatever, or it's very upsetting, take it easy, be kind to yourself, and remember that sometimes love is not enough, but it doesn't mean that love can't be. Yeah? Okay, poetry is everywhere. Take care, everyone. Peace, love, and music. I hope I haven't been chatting for too long today. I'm trying to keep it concise. All right, peace.